This is how I generated over $1,000 in revenue in 27 days just by getting clients from ChatGPT and AI Search. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you will know the exact framework we use to rank on AI Search and why AI Search are the best leads out there. So let's go. So let's walk through this. So first of all, why should you listen to me? Well, I work with multiple companies optimizing their rankings on ChatGPT. And well, this is actually the proof. As you can see, I have here a bunch of deals. These are all of the deals for these 27 days that accumulate like to more than $100,000 in revenue for this client of mine. This is just from one client, a B2B client. That's why you see iTickets. And all of these came from ChatGPT or similar sources like Grok, Gemini, Perplexity, or others, as you can see. So first of all, I just wanted to let you know that organic leads, as you probably know, are one of the best sources of leads. The problem with organic leads is that they are quite unstable, but they have the lowest cost of acquisition possible. Same with references or word of mouth, I would say. But they have way higher intent. They are not forced like cold calling or ads. They go to you. It's inbound. So this means that they have higher conversion rate, and for B2B in specific, they have also self-book rate. But the thing is that AI search leads are even better than traditional leads. Why? Because basically what happens when an AI lead comes to you is that before reaching out to your solution, that lead already had actual discussion and conversation with an AI that suggested your product in the final answer. So at this point, the user is much more convinced than just Google search result that you show up on first or third result, right? He has much more conviction and is much more, like the AI just built much more trust on this buying process, which then increases the conversion rate much higher. And don't take it from me. Even Webflow reported 6 times increased conversion rate compared to traditional search, and traditional search already has quite a lot of big conversion rate. And Ahrefs even reported higher. This is like from the Webflow conference, the latest conference. So AEO and AI search is really a big thing, and I think that's why you clicked on this video, right? Another thing is that these AI search leads, they are also very good because the sales cycle, especially on B2B, is way faster. As you can see here, like 10 days to close this client from the source, from the first step of the forms. And keep in mind that these leads also have like a sales call in between. But usually these leads just go straight to the website, they book a demo, they try to book the earliest possible, and they convert much higher, and with 3 to 4 shorter sales cycles. So it's faster, better, cheaper, with more intention. They usually already saw your product or compare with others, right? And the thing with these AI search leads is that 90% of what ChatGPT cites is actually ranked after the second page on Google, which means that you can get some mentions without being on top of the SERP results, so on top of what people get when they search for something on Google, on traditional Google, right? So you just need to be cited. That's the objective. You want to optimize for citations and not just clicks. In fact, people are saying that in the future, websites will be used only for by web crawlers and by LLMs, and humans will only use it to get like some specific information or to buy something like your product in some way. But even so, OpenAI just launched the Stripe integration. So even on e-commerce, which will be the first to get this, the B2C industry will get affected much faster, and you'll start to just buy products through ChatGPT, which is already happening for Shopify and Etsy products. So what we want to do is do this thing that's called LLM seeding. What LLM seeding means is basically optimizing for AI search results. So it's publishing AI-friendly formats, and the LLM scrapes, and you get cited. Simple as that. So the thing is, of course, people are just saying, oh, SEO is dead. But of course, SEO is not dead. Like GEO is 70% of the work is still traditional SEO, right? So yeah, you want to optimize for citations and influence AI responses, but I don't really agree on that. You don't need to build backlinks. You still need to build backlinks, but maybe you won't optimize as much for the clicks. Now, today I have some of these frameworks and some of the tools that I use and techniques that we use to rank and get these clients. And the first step you need to do is you need to reverse engineer what pages and keywords brings your ICP to your website. And this is still keyword research is still extremely relevant, because what keyword research tells us is it signals there is demand, but the problem now is that the queries are much longer tail. So you need to create prompts based on these. So my go-to step is, first of all, you list your direct competitors. Then you go to tools, SEO tools like keyword research tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush. You got the free versions. And based on your direct competitors, and please pick like direct competitors that are already getting traffic. Otherwise, it's a bit shit on that sense. But even if you don't have like the direct competitors, you can just go for indirect competitors. And what I mean by indirect competitors is just other products or topics that your ICP searches about. And even if it's not directly your product, you still get some SEO value there. So after you list all of these, both the direct competitors and indirect competitors, you want to build the top non-branded traffic. So non-branded means excluding your brand name or their brand name. So if you have a competitor name and like pricing, of course, this is not a keyword you want to rank for. But if your competitor ranks for, I don't know, like top 10 tips on your industry, then yeah, of course, you want to rank for these non-branded traffic. Like the gold is on non-branded traffic from traffic of your competitors or people that target your ICP. Then you build these keyword lists and you generate prompts about this. You can just literally drop those keywords or those pages. So yeah, you can use Ahrefs, you can use SEMrush, or even Claude, as long as you have like a keyword list to generate the top prompts for your niche. Also, like always based on the keywords, because keyword research is still very important. People are just like coming up with prompts, even AI visibility platforms. That's not only the thing here. You also need to be like base yourself on the current demand. Then you want to get cited by organic UGC sources. This is like the gold mine of AI search, because what AI search does a lot is just getting mentions from community-driven websites like Reddit, like Quora, like YouTube, a lot of user-generated content. And this is usually what AI search likes the most, because it's usually more organic and authentic. Of course, you should also try to buy articles or buy PR, by like some iDomain rating articles, so you can get like cited here and increase your domain authority. But the thing is, buying iDomain rating is expensive. So what we did was we just learned the Reddit and Quora game and we applied. So just to give you a sense of what the Reddit game is, it's very hard. If you already tried to rank on Reddit, it's very hard. It's like subreddits, you have different communities, moderators, your posts get banned. If you do it incorrectly, it definitely backfires and you ruin your reputation. So what you need to do is you need to go there on posts and you fully disclaim that you are from this company. So, by the way, I am with your company name, and we actually worked with this before, and the solution was this, the solution for your problem. And by the way, if you want to check out, we actually have a full guide on this. So you start by doing the disclaimer, which by the way it's super authentic and genuine. That's what Redditors like, is authenticity. And then you drop this sneaky backlink, but with value associated with the post. So there are a few tools you can use to scout Reddit. I don't use any specific, because for this niche, there's just an handful of Reddit posts. So I just optimize my Reddit to actually send me notifications of new posts. But there is a few tools out there that you can like scout Reddit and scout Reddit posts. But you need to be very careful on the way you add these comments. On Quora is much easier. You can get like way longer posts, and you can usually mention your brand a bit more shamelessly, because you don't have those hard moderators like Reddit. But yeah, basically it's this honesty and dropping some value, like be focused on the value and authenticity. So don't be afraid to mention that you are with that brand. And then of course, if you can, creating videos on YouTube is just one of the best ways to rank on AI search. You can repurpose content. You can even try to respond to some of these prompts or questions and try to make it in an, even if it's an AI video, it's still quite okay. Because yeah, basically AI searchers just sees that there is a video about that topic, and usually depending on the query, it can show up. And my bet is that Gemini and Google AI overviews will always prioritize these YouTube videos because it's from Google. So yeah, invest on YouTube videos as well. Then the second one, or the third one, I mean, is, yeah, you should focus your content to be as AI friendly as possible. And what I mean by that is actually writing content in a natural way. And of course, like a blog post will be in a natural way, but even your features, or even when comparing things, or just on your landing page, try to do as much follow-up questions as possible. So does your product, so of course this nowadays it's mandatory for you to have an FAQ on landing page, but I would say it's mandatory for you to have a FAQ on every page of your website almost. So even if it's like an integration page, even if it's like a blog post, a comparison page, a feature page, all of those should have follow-up questions. The game is much more in-depth quality and not so much as quantity, right? So it's not breadth, it's depth. So, and another tip that I have for you is just don't stay at the first level of the question. Go deeper, go to the follow-up question, you know? And by the way, for questions, you can see all of these websites as well. Answer the Public, Backlinko, also Asked. Google Trends is more like for the keywords as well, but you can also see keywords on Ahrefs, Free Plan, and SEMrush as well. And then the fourth tip that I have for you is, especially as a product company, is building comparison and alternative pages. These are the best pages for AI search because they are the most bottom of the funnel play. And AI search also loves comparisons. The way you need to do these comparisons still needs a bit of science, which is, for instance, a lot of people do compare things on a numerical comparison, like from 1 to 10. Don't do that. Try to, or maybe you can do that as well, but try to always have semantic in there. Try to have text. So try to position yourself as the best for X or the favorite among your niche, and position the others not as shitty products or shitty alternatives, but maybe position them as good or okay, but yours as excellent, right? Because Google and other AI search platforms will see that, okay, this is from the product website, they are trashing their competitors. So don't trash your competitors like that. Try to make them look okay / good, but you as the top tier, right? And always try to have like a summary, key features, try to build tables. AI search loves tables as well, with numbers, evidence-backed numbers. That's crazy, like pricing if you can, or other kinds of features. And try to also mix competitors. You can mix, like, even if it's not your product, you can mix different competitors all in your page. And because it's on your page, you can on the bottom just pull like a CTA for your product. So people just, it's almost like parasite SEO. And you can do this with things that are not even exactly your direct competitors, but even if it's just something that your niche, your ICP would search, it's still a lot it's still very valuable for SEO and AI search. And if you can do it on top, you could just add an FAQ on each one of these pages. That's what we do. That's what I've been working a lot. It just works, and that's something that it just brings you more customers, because back here, like on this qualification process, those comparison pages are just the gold, because yeah, basically ChatGPT is just a qualifying agent for your clients. So just ending this video, I'm offering 5 free geo audits, so generative engine optimization audits for your business, to see how your business is performing on AI search, completely free. I'll do a review, an audit. I will see where you are missing out on AI visibility, and I'll give you clear, actionable advice tailored to your case. Just need to go to this website, that's also on the description, and use this code for basically it will give 100% discount, and you can just get these audits for free. So thank you so much. I hope this was valuable, and see you on the next one.